Growing up with my dad, the cop. Little Rock has one of the highest crime rates in the country, and for over 20 years, my father was a police officer for North Little Rock, Arkansas. He worked his way from a simple patrol officer fresh out of working out of Los Angeles' Sheriff's Department. He ended his career at North Little Rock Police Department as a lieutenant detective. Throughout the years, he worked in narcotics and homicide, which was his specialty. I remember the year I remember for years the many days he wouldn't be here in the morning because he was called out to a scene. At the time, I was too young to appreciate the bravery and dedication of that job. But through the years, and many episodes of the first 48, it became even more clear. Not only is growing up with your father as a cop a learning experience, but it also gave me some of the best qualities I feel a person can have. The badge statue I keep on my bookshelf is a constant reminder to me of how proud and lucky I am to have a father who was a police officer. I gained many good qualities from my father throughout these years, including increased safety awareness, gun control and handling, and the attention to detail I notice in even the smallest things. Thanks to Dad, I learned some quick maneuvers and other tricks in case someone ever attacked me, among other things. I have kept those with me throughout the years, thankfully without having to use them. I learned about guns, how to handle them properly, how to use them, and how to shoot them. Although I'm in no way a hunter, I know how to protect myself if an intruder ever enters my home. Being the child of a police officer is completely different than most people had when they were growing up. I had to deal with his crazy work schedule while Mom took care of me. I remember all the nights where I would hear him go out the front door and know he was going to figure out who killed someone. Even though it seems gruesome, it was a way of life that I became accustomed to. It's part of what made me the person I am today. Being in the funeral science program, I'm able to not let my emotions take hold of me and realize that the job that I'm doing is just that, a job, just like my dad did. To most people, that is both positive and negative. Either way it goes, it takes some getting used to. I've heard a saying throughout the years, the preacher's daughters and the cop's daughters are always the worst, or they always turn out the worst. I'm here to say that is one of the most untrue statements on the planet. I feel incredibly lucky to have the father that I did and be able to say that I learned all that I know from him. He was both intelligent and he knew the law like the back of his hand, which was all a cop ever needed. And in these days and what's going on with the police force, I couldn't be more lucky to have that. He was intelligent and taught me things a lot of people never get the chance to learn. The differences we all have in us is what makes us who we are today, and it's what shapes us into the world that we have. I'm glad my father was there to shape me.